I painted something that shouldn't exist. Now it wants to be free. I'm not a famous artist. I barely make enough to cover rent, but painting has always been my escape. My apartment is small, filled with half-finished canvases and the smell of turpentine. It's lonely, sure, but I've never minded. Until now. Now I'm afraid to be alone. It started 3 weeks ago. I was in a creative rut, staring at a blank canvas for hours, my brushes untouched. In frustration, I let my mind drift and started painting without thinking. The strokes came naturally, almost like someone else was guiding my hand. When I stepped back, my chest tightened. It was a portrait, a man, but not any man I knew. His features were sharp, almost inhuman. 2 long fingers, hollow cheeks, deep-set eyes like wells of ink. His lips curved into a knowing smirk. I don't know why, but the sight of him unsettled me. I told myself it was just my imagination and left it on the easel overnight. That night I barely slept. I kept hearing noises, soft creaks like footsteps shifting on my old wooden floor. My apartment is tiny, there's nowhere for anyone to hide. But every time I turned on the light, I was alone. In the morning, I nearly dropped my coffee. The painting had changed. His head was tilted slightly, his eyes no longer looking straight ahead but turned, staring at me. I didn't remember painting it that way. My hands shook as I touched the canvas. The paint was dry, as if it had always been like this. I told myself I must have been mistaken, that I hadn't been paying attention to the details when I finished it. But deep down, I knew something was wrong. I should have gotten rid of it then. Burned it, ripped it up, anything. But a part of me, some morbid curiosity, some unseen pull, refused to let me. Each night, the noises got worse. A whispering sound, like breath against my ear. Scraping, as if nails were dragging along the walls. And each morning, the painting changed. His smirk grew wider. His fingers, once resting at his sides, were now curled, almost like he was gripping the edges of the frame. Then last night, I woke up to the sound of my easel crashing to the floor. My heart pounded as I flicked on the lamp. The painting was lying face up, inches from my bed. His hand was reaching out. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. Then slowly, so slowly, I almost thought I was imagining it, his fingers twitched. I ran. I don't remember grabbing my keys, don't remember unlocking my door. I only remember bursting out onto the street, gasping for air like I'd been drowning. I spent the night at a friend's place. When I returned this morning, the painting was back on the easel, perfectly positioned, like it had never moved. But now the canvas is empty. The man is gone, and I don't know where he is.